The fruits of the spirit. Uh, I just want to say a few things about the fruits of the spirit. And the fruits of the spirit, in these days, I rarely see the pastors and preachers. Uh, Very rarely see anybody have the fruits of the spirit. Fruits of the spirit, Galatians, uh, Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 and 23 says, "But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control." It's very rare. It's very rare in these days and time. Yeah, you don't see it often at all. Even people that say they people of God, you don't see it. And it's a shame, you know, because people hearts of people nowadays. People, there's no patience, no self control, no kindness. You know, people gotta check themselves and see if they really in God. If they of God and really in God, if they have the fruits of the spirit, they need to go to Galatians, see if they have these fruits. If they don't have it, they need to check themselves. And most people do. It's very rare uh, that you see people with the fruit of the spirit, fruits of the spirit. Um, it's like I hardly see people with none of it, no fruit of the spirit. People is just so selfish these days. Just a selfishness, extreme selfishness, and anger, bitter, even in church, arrogant, pride. I see the end time spirits more than anything now. Now when I was younger, uh, let's say like 1990 or 19, probably up to 1997 or something like that. In the latter like 2000, year 2004 or 5, in the end of 2010, 12, around that time. But now I just don't see none of it. Uh, you may see a little kindness, and a lot of it's not authentic. But I see people far away. They far away from the fruits of the spirit, definitely. And that's what God would want them to have. Some fruits. So now it's like you really can't tell a person is friendly or godly. It's hard to discern them. You have to be careful and watch out. Uh, you have to make sure they have the fruit of the spirit. So they have the fruit of the spirit. You have the fruit of the spirit. Um, uh, it comes with being like closer to God. And most people drawn far away from God. They withdrew themselves from God, even once sitting in the church. So people now have to try to get back holy, try to get to God, pray for discernment, pray that God change their heart. That's what people should do. Pray that God change their hearts, because most people's hearts are far from God, and the thing about it is they don't know it. They don't know it. They try to get around the right people. Thing is, it's so many wrong people. There's so many wrong people. So it's almost like, how can you get around the right people? Gosh, you know, people should try to best thing people just say prayer, and try to get right themselves, try to get the fruit of the spirit, uh, try to get close to holiness, which is obeying the commandments, which nobody want to do now. Most people right now, they just want to go off their own will. Uh, they want to do what they want to do. And they even the preachers preaching their doctrine, do what thou wilt, do what they want to do. They're preaching it, but they're not saying it. But they secretly saying they do what you want to do, which is not godly. Uh, but like I was saying, the fruit of the spirits come with getting closer to God and obeying the commandments and change heart, you know, accepting Jesus. Which people say they accept Jesus, but they far away. It's a false, a new age gospel that everybody's following. You know, it's not godly. God see it. God know the heart. So they're not fooling God. They think they fooling God. They fooling man. And me myself, uh, I try to, I try to stick. I think of the fruit of the spirit a lot. Try to make sure I'm fitting in there. Try to make sure that I don't go too far into the matrix, so I don't be uh, far away from God and the fruits of the spirit. So my heart won't be darkened, and I won't be at the false church, which is a false church movement, false Christianity movement, and I don't want to be in the number. And people shouldn't be in the number. You know, faithfulness, goodness, kindness, uh, peace, joy, love, gentleness, and patience. That's what people need. That's what we need. But uh, sad to say that people are far from that, and I can honestly say that I just don't see it anymore, even in church. So people that say they're in God, they need to really check themselves. Like I mean, really check themselves. Yeah, yeah. People need to read. It's this Galations chapter 5, verse 22 and 23. You know, that way we all can not be tricked in food, but be closer to God and see that we have those the fruits of the spirit.